Morning.
Good morning.
Today is day 4 and we are hiking to Westerbaal this morning. Bald.
5.8.
5.8 miles. We just got a little uphill and then a little more uphill and then be a little bit easier day. 5.6 miles.
5.8.
And then we stay at
Westerbaal tonight.
The shelter.
Yeah.
And hopefully they got a little water. Water's still
They
a little
don't.
bit of an issue, but we got enough to get us through if we don't find any.
According to Far Out, they don't have water. That's why we're carrying water.
But we have an easy day tomorrow, so we're gonna head up the trail and we'll see you later.
See you up there. Kevin's gonna tell about a dream he had because at 3:30 in the morning I woke up because he was punching the tent. I was like, what in the heck's going on? He said he had a bad dream, so do tell.
Well, just walk. So I was asleep, of course, and I remember this guy was showing me around this place. It was all futuristic and everything was metal. And he opened this door and it was like an amphitheater that went down with all these seats, and at the back of the room was this glass wall. And all of a sudden we were at the bottom, and I looked up and I saw the glass doors just open, and I saw it was dark outside, and I saw all this like styrofoam blowing on the floor from outside, like there was a wind and it just blew it all inside. And I remember looking down and seeing it hit my feet. And I looked behind me and I saw the guy was gone. And then I looked up and I saw this kind of robotic looking lady rush up to me, and she was smiling, but she looked mean or evil or something. And I didn't know what was going on, and she started grabbing a hold of me and pushed me down to the floor and was holding me, and I couldn't move, and so I could still see her face, so I tried to punch her in the face.
That's when he hit the tent.
And that's when I hit the tent and I woke up. But then we went to the bathroom and tried to go back to sleep. Thought about that for a while, but I didn't. Was trying to think of other things so I wouldn't dream about it again. But then I was driving on a road. It was like in the desert, and there was this big bridge. It looked like they had just constructed it. Had no guardrail at all. And I was thinking, man, that's kind of dangerous if there's no guardrail.
Breathe.
And all of a sudden, my car swerved and stopped, and I went flying out of the car, and I tumbled over the edge of the cliff, over the edge of the rail, and I was just barely able to hang on to the side of the top. And I put my foot on something. There was like something there that I put my foot on, and so I was kind of just hanging there, and I kept looking up, thinking that I couldn't.
That must have been when I had kept hearing you going,
So I couldn't wave because I was hanging on, and I was thinking, how long would I stay there? Would anybody see me? And I was going to try and wave, or I didn't know what to do really. I looked down behind me and it was real far, and I just kept straining, and I woke up. So
might have been when I woke you up.
I've never had bad dreams like that in a while, but for some reason it was a bad dream night.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I heard him because I was still awake. I couldn't go back to sleep. So I heard him going, So I reached my hand over there and said, hey, you having another dream? He's like, yeah. I dreamt, but I don't remember what I dreamt.
Must have been that Godiva hot chocolate
that you drank.
Gave me the dreams.
Were you covered up?
I wasn't. That's usually when I have bad dreams, when I get,
when you're not covered.
Cold.
Might
So
be why.
That's what happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're still going. up. I know it doesn't look up, but it is. Trust me. My heavy breathing tells you. Just don't go by his breathing, because he doesn't breathe. He doesn't get out of wind on the uphills like I do. All right. Hiking in the woods and saw this little opening. And ta-da! It's pretty, huh?
I think that's still the little Tennessee River Valley, where the clouds are forming there.
Uh-huh.
The Tennessee River flows.
I wonder what that big mountain way back there is. It's a big one. All these ferns. I feel like we're in the jungle. It's so green. Well, except for those ferns. Well, we came from the trail down there. I dropped my pack. We're gonna go have a snack. This is called Rocky Bald. It's a big giant rock. Kevin's already ahead of me. He didn't drop his pack. Follow the blue blaze up here. Where'd he go? I'm gonna turn this off. Still climbing to Rocky Bald. Where'd you go? I'm good right here. All right, I'm coming. We made it up to Rocky Bald. It was hard. We'll have a drink and a snack.
Did not even realize.
There. Nope, you can't have my trash.
So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we've been up there. We've been going down. Down, down. But here's a pretty view.
We're not going all the way down, thankfully.
Sure seems like we've been going all the way down. We're going to a parking lot.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like that one's nearly as tall as this one, so.
All right, we just had lunch over there. Talked to some nice people that hiked up to the observation tower. We're heading that way. It's It's a 1.5 miles straight up. So that should be fun. All right. We'll see you at the top. Climbing up, but look how pretty. The leaves are starting to turn. All right, onward up. There it is, the observation tower. We're almost there. It's going up this way. It's a 13.4 grade. Doesn't look like it, but it is. It's up there. Whew. All right. There goes Kevin. Okay. As if we haven't climbed enough today. One more flight. I'll see you at the top. We made it. Hello. I'm waving at my shadow. We made it to the platform observation deck, and it's a beautiful, beautiful view. You can see all the mountains.
I bet in a couple of weeks it's going to be pretty colorful up here.
Mm-hmm. I bet. We're higher than the tree line. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Let's walk over here. See? Back to where we started. Just came down and Kevin saw these googly eyes somebody put on the bolts. All right, time to hit the trail so we can get to camp. This was Wesserbald Observation Tower, and now we're heading to Wesserbald Shelter. Well, we are at Wesserbald Shelter, but it's basically a hole. Well, I'll show you in a minute, but so we're set up right here on the trail. We got
It's a little brighter out here.
somewhat of a little view. So we're just had our hiker explosion here, and making our food, our dinner.
Put us a log up there for a fence.
Yeah, so nobody trips on us if they're hiking at night. Actually, our tent has those reflective tabs all over it, so should be okay. Anyway, this is our last night on the trail. Making
Last
our
night to have
ramen, and then in our rehydration bag right there, we're having chicken coconut curry again. It's our favorite.
Berlin.
Up down here is the shelter, but it's very slanted and muddy. Well, no, that's the campsite. And down there is the shelter. You can see the rooftop, and it's in a hole, dark. So since we couldn't really find a flat spot down there in the camp area, like I said, here's the shelter. The trail. And we stuck our tent right here in a nice little grassy spot on the side. And it's brighter, and we see the mountains. Little view from our spot. Well, we're gonna go down here. They have bear cables to hang the food, so we don't have to try and find a tree, but we don't know if they're functional or not. Sometimes they have bear cables, but their cables are broken. But yeah, this is the tent sites, and you can't tell, but it's slanted all the way from the top, and it slants all the way down here. So not a really good, They're not working?
I mean, you can hang over that table, I guess. It looks like that's what people have been doing.
Oh, throwing it over the cable?
Yeah, but
You want to do that?
yeah. No, they're not. So all you could do is hang over that table, I guess, if you wanted to, but I don't think it's going to make any difference to you.
Do you want to or no?
No, I don't really.
Let me go look at this shelter. Oh, it is dark. I don't like it. It's scary. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to sleep in here. So a fire ring. There's a nice new privy, though, to use the bathroom if you needed to. But yeah, I don't like this one. It's scary. The only way I'd be in here is if it was a bad thunder and rainstorm. I like our little ridge right up off the trail. Hop, skip, and a jump away from the trail when we get up to leave in the morning. It's not even a hop, skip, and a jump. More like one step. All right. Go back up here. Well, it's our last day, last night, laying in our tent. It was a 7, almost 8 mile day today. It was good until we had to go up straight up at 13 point whatever it was grade mountain to get to Westerwald shelter, or Westerwald observation tower. That was rough, but we made it. And then we hiked downhill all the way down here to Westerwald shelter.
We found one good water spot today. We had pretty good water when we left, and we found one clean spring on the way, so we filled up everything we have, and it gave us enough to make it through and make dinner, and we have enough for the morning, so we're all set.
Yeah, so thankful for that one spring, because if it wasn't for that one, they all would have been dry until we got back
There
down.
was a spring, there was a supposed spring close to here, but it was just 2 puddles of stagnant water that looked pretty nasty. So we were happy to have the water that we did. We had a good dinner, nice little coffee, and said goodbye to Jack. Jack went on to the NOC, One-Eyed Jack.
I don't know if we've talked about Jack.
Jack is this guy we've been leapfrogging the whole 4 or 5 days we've been out here. He's older guy, kind of looks hippie-ish, kind of looks like he fell off a train or something. He has all these stories about being in high school with Hoda Kuffi or whatever her name is.
From Good Morning America.
And he's a filmmaker, and he's kind of a big deal. Actually, he calls himself a legend.
On the trail.
But anyway, he's a character, so he likes to hike at night. So he left about dark, and he'll hike the 6 or 7 miles to the NOC tonight. We will sleep and leave in the morning like normal people. But
Yeah.
anyway, a lot of nice people. We met a couple of nice people today. A guy with his dog up at Rocky Bald with a beautiful golden, and he was real nice, and some other people. So we've had a good time today.
Yeah, we talked to some people right before at the foot of the trail before we went up to the shelter, and they were really nice. So we've had a great time. Met a lot of nice people, saw a lot of beautiful views.
Strained ourselves a lot.
Yeah, got sore muscles everywhere. But anyway, I think today was the prettiest view that we've had the whole time. But anyway, here's where we are, just laying here
Pretty comfy.
before we get tucked into our sleeping bags. And our view out there, I don't know if you can, it's not quite dark yet,
All the
but
tree frogs and crickets are starting up.
yeah, I gotta let me close our vestibule, but there it is outside. Oops. There we go. And back inside.
Good night.
All right, good night.